So you asked me, what is pull thinking? If you're a CEO and you've got challenges, and what CEOs don't, what pull thinking does is offer you a way to create alignment that's meaningful between people, process, and the rules that you use to run your business.
This does not come out of a lot of study of businesses and why things work and not work. It came out of just a light bulb. I know oftentimes we have these enlightened ideas or these things that just hit you like a ton of bricks. That's how I can explain it. Aristotle said that the primary mover that moves everything must be attractive rather than propulsive. I think that's probably where this whole push-pull started in my mind. But basically, pull is the most efficient way to do something. So I came up with the principle. Just said that 3 tenets were the most efficient way to do something is, or to create something is to pull. And that the second tenet is that push is in response to any pull. You don't have a push unless there is a pull. And the third one is it's just all around us. It's the way nature thinks. So thinking in terms of pull is pull thinking.
The opposite of a pull is a push. And that's what most people have experienced feeling in the workplace, and that's what they react to. Pull thinking has only 3 tools to it. It's the simplicity that makes it so beautiful. The first is a pull principle. It basically gives people a sense of what to focus on and to question certain things that are happening to them or around them. The second is a set of 4 questions that are very easy to train people to ask. It's the answers that are very powerful, particularly when provided in context. The context comes from the third tool that we call the service flow structure. It's a way of taking what's in everybody's head, all these abstract thoughts about how things should work together, and putting them on paper so that everybody can see the same thing.
The methodology of pull thinking involves using 4 questions to define a pull. And basically that's what's the purpose, what are the measures of success, what are you measuring, is it the same thing as I said, and how often do I do that? I need to have agreement between you and me, or if it's a team, in our team, what is our purpose here? And then the other 3 aspects of it create actually 4 dimensions on alignment, if you will. 4 dimensions on pull, what it is. If we have the answers to those and you and I agree on that, we're aligned. It's more than just saying what's our purpose and we agree to that statement. Okay? It's going on to what are the measures of success about that, which gives you really crystal clear clarity on what you mean by that purpose.
So the brilliant part of it all is that pull thinking is one simple concept. It's stated as the pull principle, but to that are attached several other tools and several ways of thinking that let people kind of line up very naturally. The effects of using the pull thinking tools are simply to create alignment, and with alignment comes cooperation. The most important thing is that people on the front line can use these tools. This isn't a management tool set or a middle management tool set that requires consultants or computers or special knowledge. It's a basic framework for understanding what's the business all about.
When an organization begins pull thinking, the first thing that happens is people start to work together. Okay? They know where they fit in to the organization different than before, in that people are helping each other. Okay? And because of that, become more efficient and reduce costs, and morale is better. Okay? It's a more enjoyable place to work because people are talking, right? And because there's excellent clarity on each person's purpose and how it ties into the overall company's purpose or vision.
The most effective thing about pull thinking is that it works. And it's the people in the organization, not the consultants, that make it work. That's why the buy-in sticks. There's one other thing I'd like to tell you about pull thinking. Besides the alignment effect that it has and all the benefits that come from that, like lower turnover, higher employee satisfaction, better customer service, fewer errors, those kinds of things that we all try to eliminate all the time. Sometimes the greatest value is the unexpected benefits that the organization realizes. Those come from a new perspective and from basically just trying things in new ways. But because pull thinking works at the front lines, it lets everybody work together in a common language using the same tools. It's easier for people in one part of the organization to see what another part is doing or what it might need. And there are connections that happen more naturally. And they're totally unexpected. Your best business analysts won't find them. your people will.
So how do you start pull thinking? What do you do? Well, the first thing we do is we want to get to the top of the organization. We need to talk to the top person, CEO, executives, and so forth, the executive team. They need to understand what pull thinking is, and we typically do a lunch and learn.
People recognize that this is something different and new, and that's part of the attraction. People naturally get drawn to it. It does take a little bit of soak time. And that's why we teach it over a 2-day seminar and then have a 6-week follow-up period to help people gradually get experience using it.
Pull thinking is fun. Other consulting methodologies are boring. They're tedious. They don't involve people. It's all about things. It's about process. It's about paperwork. When pull thinking works best is when people are in a room pulling together. They're working solutions out in front of each other. It's not something you do to people. It's something you do with people.
In a pull environment, you have excellent service. It's easier to market your services. You have all these good reports from customers that you'll want to display to the public, if you will. It gives them a reason why to come knock on your door instead of your competitor across the street. Why not?